come to realize the power of music, where when a good song comes on, it doesn't matter where you come from, who you are. A good song comes on, and all of a sudden, all those things that separate us on the surface, I don't know if you've noticed this, they tend to go away. And I've realized that we're all connected under the surface. It's ikaponomea happening. I found out more about this when I spent that summer on what did you call it? Canada's Idol or whatever? Canadian Idol. And it was 2006, season 4. And I tried out in Winnipeg. It was the last time I could audition because I was turning 28. And at the age of 28, you're no longer considered a rock star by CTV. So I went out for the audition. And one thing led to the next, and I made it down to the top 22. So they flew me from Winnipeg here to Toronto. It's nice to be back here. And the first thing they did is they gave me tickets to hand out to friends and family that might want to come watch the show live. The issue is that I actually don't have any relatives that live here in Toronto. So I thought, what am I going to do with these tickets? And in that moment, I got this intuition that popped in, and it said, just hand out the tickets to people on the street. So I literally did. I was just downtown. I thought, I'll just hand out these tickets. So little did I know, I'm watching the rerun of the show, and there I am on national TV singing my song. And all of a sudden, the camera pans over to this group of strangers that I gave tickets to in downtown Toronto. And the caption comes up on the TV, Keith's friends and family. What the hell? And so my mom's calling going, this is not your family. Who are these people? Right? And I remember saying to her, Mom, somehow we are all connected. I don't know how this is, but somehow it's ikaponomea. Well, it turns out that one of the people I ended up giving a ticket to that day on the street was a young kid named Craig Kielberger, who started Free the Children, and now it's We Day and We, or whatever they're calling it. And so Craig became a big fan of my music. He came to the show, became a fan. He asked me if I'd want to go to Kenya and volunteer there. I said no, just kidding. I said yes. And I got on a plane, and I flew over to Kenya and spent 2 months there doing volunteer work. Now, to remember, this all happened by a random intuition of just giving random people tickets on the street. There I am in the market in Kenya, in the Masai Mara, and all of a sudden, I'm walking around in this place that is absolutely filled with poverty. People are selling used clothing, food that's going bad. I'm walking through these streets, and you would think it would be the most depressing scene, but I actually experienced the opposite. It was like people were connecting together, and they were singing together, and they were celebrating the fact they were alive. It didn't matter about the materialism. It was like we're just connected as one planet. So I got this intuition in the market to pull my guitar out and play a Bryan Adams song. And so I broke into, look into my eyes, you will see. And I started playing, and this guy came up to me at the end. He said, what's your name? I said, my name's Brian. He said, you're Bryan Adams? I'm Bryan Adams. And all of a sudden, although we didn't speak the same language, we were teaching each other songs in our foreign languages. Swahili for them, Bryan Adams, Canadian, English for me. And amongst these people, just remember, this all goes back to one ticket handed out on the street in Toronto. Amongst these people, this guy comes up to me at the end and says, this is a random request, but I'm a volunteer here as well, and I own a company back where I live. And next week, we're having a party. And we've been looking for musical entertainment for the party, and I was wondering if maybe I could have you come play, if I could fly you to where I live and you could play at this party. Now, you gotta remember, I'm in the middle of Africa. This is a little dodgy to get on a plane. But I said yes. And I got on this plane, I flew 5 hours away to where this man lived. I'd never heard of it before, a place called Dubai. I was like, do what? Dubai. I'm in the Middle East, 5 hours from Kenya. It's one of the wealthiest places I've ever been before. And I played the same music in both places. One of the poorest areas I'd ever been in the Masai Mara, and then one of the wealthiest, where there was all-you-can-eat buffets and fake downhill ski slopes in the shopping mall. And you know, I have to tell you, it came back to this theme of all things connected perfectly on time. I played the same songs in both places, and it didn't matter whether you were rich, poor, different skin color, race. Somehow, I just realized the songs were being played, and I was getting the same reaction from the people. And it reminds me that we are just so all connected when we're paying attention in the present moment to it. So to finish off, I am the musical guest, so I will play one last song here quickly. And to do it, speaking about how all things are connected, I'd like to preface this song by sharing just a very short little letter that I wrote to a friend of mine's daughter. I was finishing up the penning of this book. I wrote it by hand. And I was at a cabin at Lake of the Woods, Ontario, my friend Mark's cabin, and I was writing about the power of the words I am. They're two of the most powerful words. I mean, there's no separating those words. You are. And my friend's daughter gets on FaceTime and is talking to her dad and just saying, Dad, I feel so disgusting. I feel like this is the worst day ever. My boyfriend broke up with me. I have pimples all over my face. I feel fat. I feel ugly. And I was next door finishing up this book, and I could hear them talking, and I thought, oh my God, my heart was breaking. And I wanted to come back to this place just to hop on FaceTime and be like, we're all connected. It's going to be okay. And so instead, I decided to write her higher self, her I am, a letter. And it says, Dear I am, you are the brightest of stars shining in the moonlit sky. You are the most elegant and charming being I have ever seen. You are so worthy of love and affection. Nothing is wrong with you. There's never been anything wrong with you. Perhaps you've had misalignments and learning experiences along the way. But all in all, you are a beautiful miracle on this planet. Do not dim your light. Shine brightly. Be proud and true. For you are one of a kind with no one like you. I urge you, don't give your power away to the naysayers and the circus crowd, but instead stand proudly. You are lovable and worthy. You are enough. You are a unique expression of the divine oneness unfolding on this earth. I see you, and I recognize that you are a beautiful being of love. May you continue to shine infinitely bright, and may you continue to expand into the beautiful, magnificent expression that you are. Love, I am. And then a week later, my guitar, I picked it up, and this song emerged, and it just felt so beautifully connected like Ikaponomea. So I'll finish off with it. It's a song called Shine. Thank you for having me here tonight. This has been really fun. Ika? Mea. Okay, you're all Hawaiian. There's a famous constellation hiding above the clouds. There's a man on the moon, you can't see him there, but you know he's looking down. When you're lost and feeling empty, like a stranger in the dark, somewhere deep inside of you is a radiant spark. You're a diamond, supernova. You're all the things your father told you. Underneath it, can you see it? You've got to let it shine. It's a shock wave to the system and courage to carry it out. But in the dead of the night, the glow of your light is what illuminates the ground. So come on, take a chance and burn brighter than the stars. You're a stellar light exploding. There's so much to who you are. You're a diamond, supernova. You're all the things your father told you. Underneath it, can you see it? You've got to let it shine. So live it right to the end, 'cause you deserve the utmost happiness. You're a diamond, supernova. You're all the things your loved ones told you. Underneath it, can you see it? You got to let it shine. You got to very much, everyone. Wonderful night.